All right, Sagittarius. So some of you guys might have started a new job or have gotten some new responsibilities in work, and they're a little overwhelming. And that's okay, because if the boss believes in you and believes that you're going to be able to step up. Now, the question here is if you're willing to step up, because you're going to have to learn more. You're going to have to put in more time. You're going to have to pay attention more to what you're actually doing. The Three of Pentacles is, this is the time to actually put in the work so that you can get the acknowledgement later. It's not going to happen now. It's not even going to happen next month. It's not even going to happen in 3 months, okay? But it's, you have to build off of what you have been given. And also, it's kind of a test, because this work that you have been given, they know you can do, but they're just seeing if you will actually do it. So then let's pull a second card. Okay, so yeah, the King of Pentacles. This is most likely your boss or somebody who gave you the task. And this is an earth sign, so it's going to be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. And they believe in you. And they want to see you succeed. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed or just off kilter because of what has happened, go to them and talk to them and get some advice on how you can actually steer the course and get the ship to where it needs to go. Now, when this happens, you're going to feel like you have to step into an authority role, that you're going to have to step into a leadership role. This is actually not the time to do it. In April, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So it's asking you to, it's not the time to teach others what you know. It's actually the time to learn more. You might feel like you have to. You might feel like it's like, well, they've given me all of this opportunity. I have all this opportunity. I need to start being a leader and telling people what to do. Actually, no. And there might be even some choices where it's like, hey, could you go speak at this? Could you, be the spokesperson for this? And yeah, if you feel ready, take it. But just know that when you take it, before you do, study your butt off. Make sure everything is clear. And while you are speaking, keep acknowledging the work of others, not just yourself. April is all about educating yourself because you're missing something. Okay, you're missing something, and then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And because of this snafu, like I was saying, like you might be called in to be a leader, you might be called in for your advice. You may give some information that is faulty, not on purpose, but simply because you didn't know. All right, and vice versa. Somebody might give you some faulty information in it, and it's because they didn't know. They just had no idea because they hadn't educated themselves on the case more. They didn't know because they didn't do the research. So know that if this happens, you're going to be the one to blame. They're going to blame you for it. Even if it's not necessarily your fault, you're going to get blamed for it, and you might lose that promotion. You might lose those steps that you just took to get to where you are. So that's why I'm saying be very leery about any situation where they're like, okay, you're going to be the spokesperson. You tell us what to do. You tell us the facts. And there's a little bird on your shoulder saying, you don't know the facts. You don't know yet. So please take your time and don't be afraid to say, you know what? I don't know the answer. I'll get back to you. That should be your mantra in April. If you don't know the answer, don't make something up. Okay? Because of the situation, because it's an opportunity, but it's also, it's challenge too, even though it's an opportunity, because, if that happens where Sagittarius, you step into the role of leadership and then you falter a little bit, which we all do. I worry that in May it's going to be a tailspin for you, and so you're going to question yourself and question your spirit and your just exuberance. And it's not, don't question it. It was just simply something that didn't work out. It's okay. Ouch. Bummer. But that doesn't take away from the spectacular nature of you. Don't let this one little moment where it was like, oh, dang, I lost. There's always going to be a situation in our lives where we're like, dang, ooh, I could have done better. Ooh, I lost that one. That's going to happen. But in this situation, don't let it deter you from going on further. The guide in reverse is asking you to keep going. That you already got the power, you've got the knowledge. Now move forward with it and say, oops, okay, dust myself off. I guess I didn't have all my, have all the facts. And once you do that, you're going to feel really good about yourself. You're going to feel really good about, okay, yeah, I did mess up, but I'm not broken. I might have lost the battle, but I'm going to win the war because something's going to come in. 6 of Wands. This is May, mid-May, end May. That is worth celebrating. And you're going to feel so satisfied and happy about this situation. I do feel like some of you guys might get engaged or it might be, a celebration of a work anniversary or something like that. But it's just something that bolsters you up and reminds you how shining, how bright you are, Sagittarius, and how people are truly attracted to you. And it's kind of just in the time you needed it to remind you to keep that love and light in your heart. Yeah, so when that party comes around, I know you, Sagittarius, you'll be there, but enjoy it, really breathe in all the different aspects of it, and take tons of pictures so that it can remind you through the year of, yes, I am the center of my universe. All right, so then in June, we have the 5 of Wands. So an argument's going to ensue in June. And the argument that's going to happen is to build you stronger. So it's somebody who knows their stuff is going to come and say, hey, Sagittarius, what happened here? What did you do here? And it could be in a relationship. It could be like, hey, where were you 2 weeks ago? How come you didn't help me with this? And you're going to be like, it's going to kind of throw you back. You're like, what? Huh? Wait, why are we arguing about this? And it's important for you to argue about it because it's going to make the relationship stronger, and it's going to make, if it's a job situation, it's going to make your work stronger. So this argument is actually beneficial for you because then you can go, aha, oh, okay, I see why this upsets you. And now I can fix it, because it had to do with me, so I can fix my part of it. And once you fix it, then you get a lot of choices. See, 8 of Wands, that's perfect for after that. Once the fight happens, then you guys can really talk about where you want to go with it, and it opens up doors to new possibilities. So by the end of June, you and a partner, whether it's a relationship or work or, friends, family, you guys get to walk through some doors together and, make some choices together. And that feels really good for you because now you don't feel alone. It's like you guys are working together and are in sync. And you're going to need to be, because July is going to be a little challenging. We have transformation in reverse. And with transformation in reverse, it's a shift, it's a change, it's a let go. But in this case, I think it's a little out of the blue, and it's also hard for you to acknowledge. Okay, so with the Death card here, it's it might be a breakup. It might actually, I do get the sense for some of you guys that it's a transition of someone. Someone's going to be transitioning. And that's not for everyone, and don't think that, everyone's going to be passing. But, death is the sign of transition, and that's in life, in people, in everything. But I just got, my guide said, some of you will be having to let go of someone, but it's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise, and it's going to kind of blow you out of the water in that. You'll be like, wait, how did that happen? No, that didn't happen. And you're going to be in shock because of it. Okay, but that's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay when, I'm not trying to play it down that it's okay. What I'm trying to say is it's just part of life. Like when I say that's okay, it's okay to feel the anger. It's okay to feel the sadness. It's okay to feel the loss. because it switches. It's one moment in time, and then we have this beautiful Page of Cups coming in to give you some love and give you some healing. And it's going to be just a spurt. It's just going to be a little bit of just, a taste, but it's what you needed. It's what you need right at that time in July after, losing a situation. And it could be really small too. It could just be like, oh, I wanted those shoes and they don't have them anymore, So it could be that small, and it could be the loss of a situation. But with the Page of Cups coming in, it's like, it's, just offering you this cup of healing to get your engine started, to get it going again, and to also just kind of snap you out of that fog of depression that could sink in, and of shock. Because in August, you have to start working again. August, you have to get things in balance. You have to find that center again, because it's a little helter-skelter. It's a little off. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming in. And so in this situation, Sagittarius, what I see here is, if you're having trouble finding your balance with work, with family, with love. And this Knight of Swords comes in and gives you wisdom quickly. But this, for you, it's not going to be like, oh, thanks, I really needed that. It's going to be like, who are you? Why are you saying this? How dare you? And then when they leave, you're like, oh, I get it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually really needed to hear that. And I just didn't want to. So it's like you're going to treat this Knight of Swords like a jerk. And you're like, it's such a jerk. They're such a jerk. And then it's like, as soon as they leave, you're like, oh gosh, no, they're really smart. But it's going to be something that you need to hear. And also, it does have to do with work. Like work in August, once you're going to fall into that kind of sink of, I don't know if I can get it done. I don't know if it's going to happen. And this Knight of Swords comes in and says, like, stop being lazy, get your work done. And you're like, how dare them? And then you realize what they're actually saying is, we believe in you, keep it up. So words are going to be misconstrued, but they're there to help. September, we have Temperance, so it's a continuation of finding that balance. The difference here is, I think you don't necessarily find the balance in August and September. It gets just a little bit helter-skelter, like you might be focusing too much on work and not enough on family. Or even in a situation, you might be focusing too much on one aspect of it and not the other aspect of it. So, Temperance is your card, actually. Temperance is Sagittarius. And so it's like you aren't feeling your best, but you know what your best is. This is your card, so you know what's going on, and so you know how to fix it. And so in September, I think you figure out, like, okay, you know what I need to do? I need to go on my bike. I need to go talk to some friends. I need to do this, and you know what you need to do to get yourself back in the game of life, and you do it. I think you do it. Well, I'm just saying that because I believe in you. Let's pull the second card to see what happens. All right, Queen of Swords reversed. So this is a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and they're standing in your way. They could also be assisting in this out of balance, this funk that you've been put in. My worry here is that they're verbally abusive, okay? With the Queen of Swords in reverse, they know how to use words against you. So these words that she's saying to you are not meant to help you. They're meant to tear you down. The Queen of Swords in reverse wants things her way, and if they're not going her way, then she makes them her way at any cost. And this can be a man too, Sagittarius. So if someone starts to dictate to you what you need to do and it doesn't make sense and it seems counterintuitive, it probably is. And so cut ties with this person or give some space in between the two of you so you can make the appropriate changes and shifts for your life that are appropriate. In October, we have Justice card. So this is a Libra card. So a Libra could be coming in. But it's also, I really feel like the Queen of Swords is going to get her upcomings that month, and you're going to step up and say, absolutely not, you cray cray, you're trying to ruin my situation, my jam, and you're not going to let that happen. Justice is going to be served on those who are doing wrong, So make sure that you're on the right side, that you're on the right side of this, and so that you can say, see, this is what you deserve because you were doing wrong and I was doing right. So, okay, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Like I was saying, you need to make sure you're on the side of right. And so this means don't hold back. There's going to be certain situations where you're going to want to cut corners and save some money, but it's not what you need to do. You need to do what's right. So if it means that you have to buy the nicer aspect, get the nicer aspect. If it means that you have to upgrade something and you don't want to because you don't want to spend the money, if you have the means and if you can make it happen, do it. All right? That's going to be the difference between succeeding and having to go through a lot of hurdles. All right, November, we have the unconscious. And so this is, and it's upright. So this is some soul searching that's going to start happening. I think because of everything that's been going on, especially with the Queen of Swords and then having to stand up for yourself, you're going to be a little exhausted and you're going to be emotionally, spiritually exhausted. And so you have to just take a moment and breathe back into yourself and, fill your cup back up. With the unconscious, it's uncovering a new level of self. And for you, I think it's just recovering who you were. So in November, take a couple yoga classes, get some Reiki, drink water, don't drink wine. Well, drink wine. Red wine's great. But you know what I mean is, it's time to kind of, cleanse. It's time to cleanse. It's time to detoxify. So you can alkalize is really what it is. It's like, so you could just make sure that you're at a very base level, instead of kind of being a ping pong all over the emotional spirit. Just cleanse. This is a great month to have a cleanse, to sweat it out, Yeah, Three of Swords. It's a time to cleanse, and that means sometimes you have to cleanse some people too. Three of Swords is a third party aspect. Somebody's coming in, cheating you, deceiving you. So if you, and it's really important that this happens, that this health and wealth happen, so that you can acknowledge what is truly happening with somebody else. You're not seeing the deception because you're not clear. So the first half of November is strictly about getting yourself in order, and that means mind, body, spirit. More so spirit. Go see your spiritual guide, talk to your, ancestors, to your guides, and clear who you are. Because of the second half of the month is the Three of Swords, and it's deceit and deception. And in order to deal with that, you're going to have a clear mind. Someone's going to do something, and it's not going to be pretty. But if you're in a good headspace, it makes it much easier to make decisions and to move forward with it. Lovely December, the Empress, we have Venus, just love, showing up right there. So some of you guys might actually get pregnant. Some of you guys might start a new job, or, cultivate a new craft and start selling it and showing it to people. The Empress, and it's happening in the season of holiday, so December. You are going to be able to thrive with this creativity. You're going to be unstoppable when it comes to ideas, and people are going to be naturally drawn to you with just the innate sense of beauty and love that you are carrying. That is your month. Yeah. So the King of Cups in reverse shows up. And so they're coming in because they're getting drawn to you. Everyone good and bad is getting drawn to you. King of Cups is deception, though, emotional deception. So make sure that if you meet somebody and you're excited about them, you want to get to know them better, But you get this, like they start saying things like they're just gaslighting you, like calling you crazy, but in a sweet way, like, oh my gosh, you're just so crazy. You're crazy. You shouldn't think like that. Trying to make it a joke. Watch out for that, because I don't trust this King of Cups. No one should trust this King of Cups in reverse. Because he's trying to control you through emotions. It could be a she too. And so they're just trying to get to you through the emotion of it all, and hold you down in that regard. So be careful there. In January, we have the Fool, so this is a new beginning, but you have to have faith to have it happen. You started cultivating it most likely in December, setting the tone, setting the inspiration, setting the creative aspects of it, and now it's time to utilize all of those and make it actually happen. The Fool is saying that the universe is cradling you, and even though there will be challenges, you should carry on. Have faith. It will happen. It's somebody who's trying to hold you down through sexuality, through fun, and through your heart, through the brazen of the heart. King of Wands reverse is, once again, somebody who you need to watch out for. It's not somebody who you should make your part of your inner circle. And they're going to be so damn charming and so gorgeous and, funny. And they're just not to be trusted. Let's pull the second card to see, why they are showing up. Okay, because it's time for you to walk away. So I feel like this person here, the King of Wands and the King of Cups in reverse, they could actually be the same person coming up in different ways, okay? For some of you, is that, they try to manipulate you emotionally, and then they try to get to you by ruining your self-confidence. And so it's asking you to walk away from this abusive relationship. And I'm not saying that it could be physically abusive, although I think for some of you, it has turned into an abusive relationship in February physically. And so it's time to walk away. And all of you Sagittarius are going to know exactly who I'm talking about once you get there. 8 of Cups. It's time to walk away. Yeah, there's some benefits to them, but not enough to stay. You need to move on. Okay? And then in March, we have the 4 of Cups reverse. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. That month, somebody's going to offer something to you, and you're not going to want to take it just because, 1, you don't feel like you need it, and 2, you don't want to feel indebted to them. They're not doing it for that reason. They're doing it to help you, just simply to help you. That's it. No strings attached. When it's upright, you just don't want to hear it anymore. When this card is upright, the 4 of Cups, you're just sick of it. You're like, I'm over it. I'm saturated. But when it's in the reverse, it's, I don't want to take it. I don't deserve it. Okay? And it's a sweet little page of Pentacles. So I have a feeling that somebody's going to be offering you money, actually, that they're going to be trying to fund a situation of yours. And you want to say, no, I don't want to take your money. No. And there's no strings attached. They'll tell you exactly, what they're doing, and what they want in return. But it's a page energy, so they really are just unconditionally helping you and really, truly not expecting anything out of it. And they truly just want to see you thrive. Page energy is innocent. It's an innocence. There's an innocence to it. So it's okay. You can help. You can take their help. April, 10 of Wands, because of getting this help, because of getting this financial situation, you feel like you have to do more. You feel like you have to create more when it comes to work, when it comes to your home, you have to craft it. And now you feel overwhelmed again with your burdens, with your tasks, and you're going to have to choose. That's not why you were given this help to begin with in March. In April, you have to pick and choose. The help is there just to push you along, not to make you do more. And then the Queen of Wands. Can we have just one king or queen? Oh, well, we did have the King of Pentacles up, right? So the Queen of Wands reverse. I do feel like they are linked to this King of Wands in reverse. So it could be, how we had this third party situation happening in November. it could be like if you were cheated on, then your partner's mistress, and I was just saying this, like I don't know what the masculine is of mistress. What is it? Tell me. The King of Wands situation here, it could be like their partner. It could be the person that they are linked to. And so they're coming to you saying, did you know what happened? How dare you, cheat? My wife cheated on me with your husband or wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend. And you're like, I know, I already found that out. But they're like pissed and they just want to blame you and like put it on you when it's not your fault. Now, I do want to just pull one more card. I haven't done this for the other signs, but I don't want to leave it there. I want to leave it, somewhere else. So, okay. So this is the High Priestess in reverse, and it's saying, you're not tapping into all your energy. You're not tapping into the levels that you can go to, and it's time to tap into that. The High Priestess in reverse can also be manipulative, and knowing her power, knows how to read situations and to manipulate people into their liking. Now, somebody might be trying to do that to you, but Sagittarius, I feel like you have the power in the situation. And so because of being bullied by the Queen of Wands and her not rising in the highest, you may want to go down that route of manipulation and of pain and suffering just because it's easier. But don't do it. Sagittarius, you'll be very upset with yourself if you do. All right, so make sure that you are reaching into your soul in a healthy way. Now I'm going to pull a Noah Nafu card, visionary card, and this is a card that you can always go back to throughout the year if something is going on, good and bad. It's kind of just your center. It's your grounding card. So when you feel like you're spinning out, or if you're spinning in or spinning sideways, come back to this. This will always help you. Another world's soul. All right, so with another world's soul, I really want you to focus on connection with nature, connection with spirit and ancestors. You may have the capacity and the want and go towards spinning out of control and in a dizzying fashion of jumping from friend to friend or relationship to relationship, or trying to grasp onto something, and it's just nothing is taking hold. One thing that will always take hold is yourself and your own guidance. So please ground yourself in the dirt, in the earth, in the otherworldly, and recognize that is infinite, which makes you infinite, and that they are always there for you, your ancestors, your guides. Another world soul. Your soul is connected, combined with all around you, and to ground yourself in that situation. Sagittarius, you truly do need to put your feet in the dirt. If you can, every day. If you can't, once a week. If you can't do that, once a month. Start somewhere. But you need to be grounded. You're getting a little shaken here and there. And with the energy and the power that you have over the collective, people look to you as a leader. People look to you for answers. And so you need to be grounded, and you need to acknowledge that you are but a human and are still learning as well. And be okay with that. Stay humble, love up on yourself, and love that you don't know everything, because then that means there's more for you to learn.